How are you?
Sorry?
Oh, I asked, how are you?
Oh, yeah. I'm fine. It's 2:30 here in the morning.
Oh man, and you're on here. Wow.
Night
I'm
person. I don't really sleep. Okay, so let's start.
I'm
Yes.
really grateful, by the way. Thank you. So the first thing that we're gonna do is just a recap on that Chelsea game. What are your overall feelings about that Chelsea game and how it went? I'll start with you, Katie.
I was very pissed. I think I stopped watching by the time that double substitution came on
Mm-hmm.
because I think it
Mm,
didn't make any sense. And
yeah.
I was pissed because it's a game that we can actually, even if we don't win, we can actually make a draw. But then when that double
Yes.
substitution came, it's just like Klopp gave up, and I don't like it, so I stopped watching.
Honestly, those subs made absolutely no sense, and it had me fuming because he took off Salah and he brought on Oxlade-Chamberlain. Like, what?
As respect, by the way. He did it to pay respect. Technically, that's what he said.
He did it to pay respect to the guys that are doing well in training. It
Yeah,
doesn't make any.
apparently the reporter on the spot said that one of the reason was because Klopp was shouting at Salah to track back at one time and he didn't. So just Klopp just reactionally subbed him off, and I
Okay,
think
that's
that's
a.
very hard.
I'm glad you brought that up, Katie, because I think if he did it for that reason, that is so reactionary from Klopp, like ridiculously
Very
reactionary.
clear.
Just in that little moment, Salah was not tracking him back, and that's why you take him off. I hope that's not true. I think people have said it is not true, but if it is, then I'd be really annoyed by that being the reason.
Yeah.
Go on, Una. What did you think about yesterday's game? Oh, sorry, the other day's game.
Okay, like you do know that I didn't watch the full game. I watched the 10 minutes, but I think looking back at it now, it's basically our last 10 games. It's literally just a repetition of our last 10 games, creating
Mm-hmm.
chances, we trying to do things, but we're just not scoring, we making the wrong decisions in the final third,
Mm-hmm.
and then opposition does this one thing and they capitalize for our defensive frailties basically. So
Okay,
same
I
game,
agree.
same thing over and over again.
Yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
I feel like who do you think was at fault for that game for the majority? Do you think it was a player or manager?
Oh, this time we can actually say no. It's a 50-50 thing, or
I
maybe let's
agree.
say 60-40.
Mm.
Players, 60 clock.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it was. Go on, Katie.
I think it's on Klopp for fielding the same thing over and over again and expecting a different thing. But it's also on the players,
Yes.
obviously, for not even trying. Like, uh,
Yeah,
even Salah, those two chances came only from his own effort and initiative, and I don't see any other players doing such stuff. And it's really
Yes.
disappointing.
yes, I agree. I think I agree with Una that it's 50-50 players manager, but there are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things that the players couldn't do that Klopp should have been aware of. Like, for example, we
Yeah.
know that Kabak struggles with the high line, and obviously Fabinho's not fit.
Mm,
He's not all the way fit, so how is he going to play a
exactly.
high line straight away? And him not changing it up when we were struggling with the high line in the first half, and then the subs. I think
Mm,
Klopp didn't do himself any favors. But I just want to stress for anyone that we are all not saying Klopp out. Just because we're criticizing him doesn't mean we want
yeah.
him out or anything. So we have to clear that up for the dumb
Yeah.
people. But yeah. But yeah,
Yeah. No, we have.
just going on what Katie was saying about Salah, he underrated?
Of
He's
course
not
he is.
appreciated enough.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
It was actually Katie speaking because I just said, of course, he is underrated. But
Yeah.
then she was saying that
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how
Sorry,
much he loves
Katie.
him.
What were you
I
saying?
would think that he's not appreciated enough, I think. I mean, the
No.
things he's doing at Liverpool is ridiculous. I mean, he score goals and he creates so many chances, and people still expect him to do something that people set the bar too high for him.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah.
If you look at
Mm-hmm.
why he gets criticized, especially from people who love to say, "Oh, Mane tracks back this and that. So Salah doesn't do it as much as him." Well, no, he's not. He shouldn't be expected to defend. That's not his game. You know,
Yes,
Exactly.
like what? Why are you expecting this from him? People are now expecting him to create chances, to score them, and to defend. What's
Mhm.
this? It's too much for
yes,
one
I
man.
it's it's really like it's not fair that people expect him to do so much and then other players get away with so many other their lacking things and Salah is expected to cover for them. It's not fair.
Mhm.
Exactly, and I think it was you, Katie, that said, I just wish that Salah was at the end of the chances that he's creating, which is so true.
Yeah.
Exactly. If that
Mhm.
substitution that club brought on Jota too, right?
Yeah,
If only he didn't sub off Salah, Salah could be creating something for Jota to be at the end of the chance.
Yeah.
We could
exactly.
make a
Yeah.
draw.
Yeah.
Hmm. I think
It,
they were like maybe sorry.
no, no, no. I was just gonna say, do you want
Oh,
to add anything to that?
oh, okay, yeah, I did. I think there was like maybe two moments in that game when Jota came on where I think the other wingers had to pass to him, do something, man, that was like in an attacking phase, and then they just messed it up. And in my head, I was like, Salah would have done a better job there, or
I
it should have been.
Yeah, I find myself saying a lot of that. What you just said, Salah would have scored that. I find myself saying that so much in recent
Yeah,
games. And something
yeah.
I also didn't understand about Klopp's tactics is how he changed it for Sheffield United where we won, and then he went back to the tactics that we had during the games that we lost. So it just doesn't make sense there.
I
It's like
think he
he,
approached it. Yeah, you go
yeah.
first.
Yeah,
You can go
I
first.
think we all gonna say the same thing. So just say it.
I just think he changed it because versus against Sheffield, it's quite
Mhm.
obvious that we would dominate the ball. So like he kind of tweak a little and play more offensive. Like we played 3-3-3-4, is it?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
strange
sort of. Yeah.
formation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then when we face Chelsea, like I think the fact that it's Chelsea, it's a strong team. So like Klopp tends to play safe when it comes to big teams. So I think he
It,
just
So
reverted back to 4-3-3.
since when did we become that team? Shouldn't other teams play safe when they're playing against us, not us playing
Yeah.
safe
Uh,
against
that
them?
that's the thing. I tend to notice that in big games, Klopp never really took the risk to change stuffs and just tend to keep playing things that are proven, but then very safe. No risk at all.
that's a very good point.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, he likes to stick to his system, and he does prove to be quite stubborn with it, which, okay, fair enough,
Mhm.
it's worked in the past, but I don't think you have the players to make it work right now.
That's the
Yes,
thing.
that's true.
And
Mhm.
not to mention the players
Mhm.
that he does have that worked in that system are genuinely so tired right now. They've
Yeah.
played every game. So anyway, let's
Mhm.
move on to um
Fulham.
the game, yeah. The actual game.
Mm.
What let's start with the goalkeeper. Who do you want to see play?
Allison.
Yes.
Yeah, Fulham are
I
quite
mean, I know it's
great.
obvious. I know it's obvious, but like we have to go through it properly. So yeah,
Yeah, we have
Alison.
to.
My
Yeah.
guy.
I mean, obviously we
I
have to consider his recent, obviously RIP to his dad, Jose Becker,
Mm,
and hopefully he's fine. Like he proved that against Chelsea. I think we let him down massively in that game because he was
yeah,
actually playing really good, and
Yeah, he did
yeah,
very well for, you know, I didn't think he was going to play actually, but
mm,
he did very well despite the circumstances.
yeah, I
yeah,
want to, yeah, like just for being out there and putting the team
Yeah,
first, really let him down there. I think the rest of the team. So
I really appreciate his gesture that to
mm,
play that game.
yeah, 100%. So and Klopp's, to be fair, like to still be out there, he's still having to do all of this. So fair play to
mhm.
them. And yeah, obviously Allison in goal, no question. Right back, another obvious one.
Yeah, Trent's being
Honestly speaking, okay, no,
okay.
Katie, you go first.
No, you can say first.
Oh,
Remember
okay.
who he's up against,
Honestly
though.
speaking,
Remember who he's up against. Lookman.
Oh,
but I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to just play some of the squad players. Like we have Leipzig on Tuesday, I think.
Mm,
So
that's a
why
good
don't you
point.
just rest Trent and Robo, or one of them at least? Because I mean, imagine they played 3 days ago, and then after tomorrow's game, they play again after 3 days or after 2 days.
that is a very good point. It would be a good game to rest. I just think against Lookman, Nico's not
Yeah.
handling that, you know? Neither is
Yeah,
Trent, to be
But we
fair.
might
I'm
but
scared
I
of
think
at
Trent.
this point
No,
at
sorry,
this
go
Trent
on.
has
point we have nothing.
we have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Mm,
But then again, Trent has been quite, not obviously not at his best, but I think he's been quite okay in this first few
I
games.
yeah, he has been good.
Yeah, I think he in maybe the last game wasn't a good example, but the previous game, who did we play? Sheffield United. Obviously it was Sheffield United, but still I think he played a really good game there, and he might have one of those
Yeah.
performances against a Fulham. Yeah. So for me personally, I would put Trent there just because of who he's up against, but I get completely why you'd want to rest him for Leipzig.
Yeah.
So what are you guys going with for right back?
Yeah, I think we should
Well,
stick Trent for me.
okay. I will take Trent fine.
So
Because I
can you say
mean
that
it
again,
is what
Uno?
is expected. I'll choose Trent. It's expected actually. So
Hmm.
let's go with Trent.
And Katie, did you say Trent as well?
Yeah, I
Cool.
think we should stick to Trent.
Yeah, same. Um, Unfortunately, I don't know about relying on the Champions League to get into Champions League football next season. I know we think that it's over now, but it's, the top four race is so tight that I can believe anything right now. But yes, I don't know if we should put all our eggs in one basket. I think it's risky, especially with the opponents in the
Mm,
Champions League. So we'll
yeah.
see. We'll see. And centre back, this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
What?
Kabak is
Okay.
not
Sorry.
playing, right? Kabak is
Sorry.
not available, right? Kabak is not
Yeah,
available,
he's
right?
not.
Oh yeah, that's the
Yeah,
new
he's not.
thing that Klopp said in his presser that we didn't talk about. Kabak is
Mhm.
injured. Surprise, surprise. Um,
Oh,
so Katie, I'll come to you first. Who do you think we should have as a centre back partnership for this game?
I think Nat Phillips is a must,
Yes,
yes.
agreed.
but partnership for the for his partner, I don't. I'm torn between using Fabinho at midfield or defense.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Like, what do you guys think? Should he be in midfield or defense right now?
I'm so sick of seeing him at centre back that I just want him in midfield now. Like I
Yeah.
genuinely, I don't care if Davies is a championship player. Just like I said to Una in one of the streams, I said to her, let him have that chance to fail. what do we have left to
Mm.
lose? Just give him that chance to fail and see how he does. So I would put a natural centre back there, but Klopp's obviously not going to
Yeah,
do that.
Yeah, I think
but
it's better to play centre back at centre back, right? So yeah, I'll give
yeah,
Davies a chance and play Phillips and Davies as the centre back pairing.
Yes, I agree. You know?
hmm Do you know? Before I say who I want to partner Nat, do you know how ridiculous it is that Klopp actually thinks that he'd rather have two midfielders at centre back than actual centre back. Like at the end of the day, having a natural centre back in his natural position is always better than having someone that's like a makeshift basically. And so I never really understood why he kept on playing Henderson and Fabinho in at centre back. Fine, Fabinho I understand because I think in the beginning or at the beginning of the season it was always a thing of he's the fourth choice centre back.
Mm.
But yeah, I think when we got Ben and Kabak, we should have just put them in at centre back already, or even Nat. He should have just had Nat at centre back. But in any case, I think Davis should partner Nat, and I think in Klopp's presser, it sounded like he's thinking of putting Fabinho in field, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay. I didn't actually watch
Yeah.
Klopp's presser, so that might be promising. Just on what you said,
Oh,
about
yeah.
why he's played two midfielders in defence, that to me shows
Mm.
me that he doesn't trust his squad players, which then harks back to
Mm.
FSG.
That's one
Yeah.
thing. And another thing, I remember seeing him saying that he stresses on experience more.
Yeah.
And he
Yes.
keep on
Yeah.
saying that Henderson have the experience on the field, so he can just deal with playing centre back.
Yes. He was very much about wanting a captain on the pitch. So now that
Mm.
Henderson is gone, and that's obviously killed him playing him at centre back, um, um, I forgot what I was going to say because I had a message on Zoom. um,
Yeah.
but
It's
all
not
right,
fair to
now we don't have a leader on the pitch.
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah,
Okay. Sorry.
that's I think the leader thing is kind of affecting us too. Like we don't have a defensive leader. Like there's no Van Dijk or Matip or
Yeah.
Gomez anymore
Mm.
to conduct the back line. And then now we have no one in the middle of the pitch as well. So
And that's a
Yeah.
very good point because of the fact that we want these changes in defence. But because of this lack of a leader at the back, that is probably why Klopp is reluctant to drop the likes of Robertson or Trent because there is no leader there.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
that actually makes sense.
Yeah. Which
Mm.
I
brings
feel
us on.
bad.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel bad seeing Robertson play every game.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Which brings us on to Robertson. Great segue into Robertson. Would you drop him for this game for Simicast? Because
Yes.
I would like to see
Yes.
Simicast.
Yes. This is
Yeah.
the perfect game for Tunica.
All right, Uno
Yes.
first. Go on.
No, I was saying it's the perfect game for Timikas. Honestly, yes, Fulham are obviously dangerous. They're not some easy team. But I mean, this is just perfect for Timikas, honestly.
Casey?
A great challenge as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simikas is a proven. He played at Europe at Champions League, and he did
Mhm.
well against Arsenal in the Europa League. I don't. I would love to see him. I don't think he ever put a foot wrong whenever he's been called out to play. So I don't get why we are not giving him a chance to play at the Premier League games.
I agree. I mean,
Mm.
I look at Simicast every time he's played for us, he's been decent and he has whipped in some of those Robertson balls that we've seen. So I really don't get why he doesn't get a start. For me, it must be because there is no leader at the back. Because if Robbo's not there, then Trent is the leader.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that
yeah.
makes
And
sense.
then yeah, and then
But
we already want to put
sorry, go
rookie
on.
centre backs basically. No, I'm saying like, and I mean, imagine putting rookie centre backs and then you only have Trent as the leader. It's not gonna work.
Exactly, exactly. But having said that, for me, I want to see Simicast at left back now because we tried
Yeah.
that against. We had Robertson play to be that leader at the back against Chelsea, and it didn't work. So I would have Simicast play instead of Robertson. What do you think, Katie?
I agree with you. I would play Simikas tomorrow and play Robertson for Leipzig.
I agree. Uno.
Simicast for me. But like, guys, what are you guys gonna do, or what will your reaction be if we see Robertson in that lineup? I think I'm gonna be very furious. That is where I draw the line,
The thing
honestly,
is,
because Robo has played every single Premier League game.
the thing about that is, I would be annoyed that Simicast isn't playing, but I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm setting myself up to prepare for that.
Yeah, I'm
Mm.
preparing myself for disappointment.
Yeah, and I'm still
Oh
disappointed.
goodness. Yeah.
So yeah, cool. Now
Yeah.
midfield, guys. Who would you play as your midfield
Oh.
three? I'll come to you first, Uno.
Okay. I need Keita to get his minutes. You can
Yes.
take him off in the 60th minute, but please, Keita. I want Keita. I think I will go with Genie, obviously, because he's captain. And I actually want to rest Thiago. I
Interesting.
mean, I've been thinking about it. I actually want to rest Thiago. So Keita, Genie, and then we can go for Jones. Yeah. Or you can
Interesting.
even, or yeah. I think that's my three.
Okay. So you would play Jones and Keita at the same time in the same
Jones,
midfield
Keita, and
and
Genie.
Genie.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Maybe because it's Fulham, but I feel like Fulham play really progressive. Like they do play progressively. They play really good football as well. They do kind of scare me in
They are
that
very
way.
good. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I
No,
would
they
play
they are
Milner or
scary
not.
and poor. I was thinking of Milner as well, but do you want Milner and Genie in the same midfield?
That's the
Like,
thing.
I would rather have one of.
Yeah.
Oh, I for me, I saw a tweet just now.
Yeah.
It says that we actually played a midfield of Genie, Milner, Keita for quite a period of time during 18-19, was it?
Yeah.
And it
Oh
at that
yes.
time.
That's what I'm saying. I kind of want to see that as the midfield.
So I think those three won't be a bad choice. I think Genie, Milner, and Keita would actually work. I think it's yeah, we need a fresh combination.
I agree. I mean,
Okay. Yeah, I mean it will work. Yeah.
but then don't you want to save them
No, go on.
for
For
the Leipzig game? Did you know how
Yeah,
injury prone Keita is?
um,
that's why, or for me, I would say, and you can take off Keita in the 60th minute and put in Milner.
But then again, we have a 2-0 lead going into the Leipzig game. Should we go more defensive in the Leipzig game and be more progressive in
Yes.
this one?
Yeah, I
I
think that works if we are. Yeah.
that's a great idea, but I don't think we suit defensive football.
We don't know. We're always looking
And
to attack
I feel like,
regardless.
and I feel like the more defensive we want to play, the more mistakes we actually end up making
Yeah,
anyways.
Yeah.
that
When
that's true. So I think we better just score, and try to widen the gap of the score line rather than trying to defend the 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely agree with that. Our defensive shape compared to other teams is completely crap, I think.
It's so
Yeah,
bad. It's
that
so
is an
bad.
understatement.
Honestly. Even though we don't concede a lot of goals, having said that, but
Mm.
in terms of worrying about the counter attack, I feel like we are so likely to get more goals conceded. I just think their opposition teams just don't take their chances against us. For example, in that Leipzig game, they didn't take their chances. Otherwise, it could have been a different scoreline.
That's true.
I think they had about three
Yeah.
clear cut chances.
Chelsea as well. They could have been more than 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if only Werner could actually score, it could have been like
Yeah. Exactly. So guys, my midfield three, I think I'm gonna go with it's gonna be a weird one, but Milner, Gini, and Keita. What about you, Katie?
Yeah, I'd go for Gini, Milner, and Keita too. And if you think of resting Keita, then I'll bring on Jones at 60th minute.
Yeah, same.
So no one wants Thiago. Wow.
I would drop Thiago just because I want him saved for Leipzig.
Yeah, see, and he actually looks quite knackered too.
Yeah, he needs rest as well, I think. Yeah. So what about you,
Funny,
Una?
we're never giving Genie any rest.
I know, but I feel like we need him. Others will say we don't need him, but we do.
We do, yeah. I agree. I wouldn't. He's probably the first name in my midfield always.
Yeah.
At this point, obviously. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So who are you going with, for your midfield three?
Genie, Keita, and Jones. That's what I'm going for.
I'm not mad at that. I quite like that midfield as well. I wouldn't mind if that one was the one that he put out. I think I will see Jones starting again. And I wouldn't mind that too much. But there's something about this Fulham attack that just scares me a little bit, which makes me want to be a little bit more.
You have every
Milner.
Cautious.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you have every right to be cautious because I'm not. I basically watch a lot of Fulham games, and literally each time like, oh, they should have won this game. They could have scored 4 or 3. So I get it, but I just want to catch them out as well because they play a low block.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
defensively.
Yeah,
that's why I want. Yeah.
Sorry, they look like they do play a lot of sitting back, and we look like we will have possession of the ball. So I completely understand why you put Jones in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so front three. Interesting, huh? Obviously, Mane had the worst game I've ever seen him play in a Liverpool shirt. I don't know if you agree. But one of them at least.
Right bench for now.
Yeah. Obviously Bobby not that much behind him either. But let me just get my choices out of the way quickly. I would play Salah, Firmino, and drop Mane for Jota.
So you're gonna keep Bobby?
Yeah.
No Origi, no Shaq, nothing.
I mean, I'm just gonna go by the 4-3-3 that Klopp will likely play.
Yeah.
But obviously, I would change the formation completely just to accommodate a different team. But I just know he's not going to do that. So
yeah, he's not. No.
Have you ever seen a front three of Jota, Salah, and Firmino before?
No.
No, because Mane's always played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, no, we see them at Villa away.
Say that again.
When?
Villa away.
Oh, in the FA Cup.
Yeah, we did. Oh yeah, he wasn't playing. He had COVID, didn't it?
7-2.
He had COVID. Yeah.
Oh crap! I forgot that.
I understand we forgot that game.
Okay, well that game was a fluke because deflected goal was Adrian Tax, all of that. That's why I would still drop Mane.
Speaking of that game, do you remember when we were like, oh, Mane would have made a difference?
Yeah.
If only we knew.
Mane was actually all right before COVID. He
was.
played well. He played well versus Chelsea and Arsenal.
He was arguably our best player.
COVID ruined him.
He was actually.
So I don't know what happened after that. So yeah.
Yeah, he lost yards of pace and he don't even know what to do when he gets the ball anymore.
Yeah, can we just talk about that for a
Yeah.
little bit? The pace from all of the front three. I think even Salah has lost pace. What is that
Yes.
about?
Yeah. Bobby doesn't even run. Literally,
even
he
run,
just
yeah.
jogs.
I mean, it could be tiredness, it could be fatigue, we don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I think, yeah, to give them some slack, they've been playing so much games since 17, 18 together
Mm,
Yeah,
without having proper backups.
yeah.
exactly.
I do feel bad for them because we rely on them every game to bail us out. And yeah, I
Exactly.
think the drop off is very inevitable. It's bound to happen.
Cool.
This drop off from them.
So Casey, while you're speaking, can you just give me your front three? Who would you start? Unless you're playing a different formation.
Yeah, I would actually play Salah, Firmino, and Jota as well.
Okay. And Una?
Funny enough, I was actually thinking Salah, Jota, and Shaqiri.
Okay.
Where would you play Sharp?
Shaq on the wing.
On the
Yeah,
left?
right wing. He has a
Right.
right
Right
So
wing.
wing.
Salah,
Yeah,
Where's
he
Salah
has
Salah
playing?
is
right wing. Oh, Salah. Oh, wait, no.
You mean left
No,
wing?
actually, yeah, left
But
wing, and
he
then
played so
Salah is on
crap
the right wing.
as left wing against. I can't remember who it was against. Was he
yeah,
on the
Salah.
left wing?
Who
Shaq.
was it? Was it West Ham? Was it West Ham?
Yeah, West Ham.
Because I was thinking, remember those games where it was a front three of him, Sadio, and Origi?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good
that's what
point.
Everton.
I was thinking. Yeah.
Everton last season, right? They played Sadio, Origi, Sharp.
Origi
Yeah.
and Barsha as well.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that was my reasoning behind it, really. I just thought the way Bobby has been playing, we cannot lose the ball to Fulham. We cannot. And
That's
Bobby
actually a
loses the
fair
ball a
point.
lot.
That is a fair
And
point, yeah.
then you have Musnane who's out of form. So I was just thinking, let's try Shaq.
That's actually a really good point now. I feel like changing mine from Bobby to Origi.
Same.
Origi could also work. We could work with a target man.
Exactly. A whole, like a box to box striker. Sorry, not a box to box,
Yeah,
an out and out striker.
Salah,
yeah.
Origi, Jota would work as well, I think.
Yeah,
It
that works
does.
as well.
It does, yeah. Okay, interesting. Yeah. I think I'm gonna change mine to Origi actually. I need to drop Firmino. He's not been playing very well.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
he hasn't, and he's probably tired as well.
I also forget that Origi plays for us sometimes. So I didn't even think about him.
Such a shame.
Understandable.
Has he made a cameo in recent times?
I mean, he did get that little. What did he played a little bit when Mane was injured, I think. That was out of no choice from Klopp.
Oh
He played
yeah,
against West
yeah.
Ham too, right?
Who?
Yeah,
Origi.
West Ham.
Versus West Ham, it was a front three of Salah, Origi, and Sharp.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm not using the West
yeah.
Ham game as a model because I feel like that game was going exactly like we've seen it go in terms of one of those boring whatever games. I think that game was all like individual brilliance from Salah.
Yeah, and Moyes also played himself, to be honest. Moyes was defending instead of
Yes,
actually attacking. I don't know why he did that.
exactly. Moyes got the tactics wrong as well, very wrong.
That's true.
So that game was a fluke. and Tottenham, they were in poor form.
That
Okay,
those
yeah.
two games sold us dreams.
Yeah.
I really thought we were back.
Yeah, same.
And then boom, the same thing happened
Good
again.
time.
Honestly. Anyway, let's look to wrap up the show now, guys. Score predictions. I don't know if I even want to do this now because it's just
I
wow.
don't.
I'm gonna be positive and
Okay,
go
but
with a 2-0 win.
a tuna. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm being
Okay.
positive.
We're gonna keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Okay. Not. Mm-hmm.
Go on, Katie, you first.
I'll be positive but less positive. I'll go for 2-1 win because I don't think we'll be keeping a clean sheet.
Okay, you know what? I'll change it to 2-1 because I don't think we're keeping a clean sheet either.
Yeah. Not against Fulham.
No. And especially our centre back pairing, depending on
Oh
who the top
goodness.
plays, obviously. What about you, Una?
I honestly okay, but I think this all depends on Scott Parker himself on what kind of tactics that he actually uses. But I can actually see like a 1-1 like last time. I can
Oh
actually see a
God.
1-1. Yeah.
Not
I
again.
understand.
think they are scoring, and then it's gonna be a thing of, can we score? Are we gonna score?
Uh-huh.
So
I think with Jota
yeah,
back
so
playing, hopefully I don't know, 90 minutes, I would say, with Jota back,
yeah.
might be getting on the score sheet. That is all depending on if Keita plays.
Yes, if those two play, then I might change my prediction as well.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it, especially you, Katie, it being 2 a.m. out there. So thank you so much for coming on here.
No problem.